Right, so I believe I'm live. Hopefully I'm live. Otherwise, this is going to be super awkward. So I see that Penn and Barbara are already here. That's fantastic.
You'd like to believe that you're alive, wouldn't you?
I would like to believe
Really, you're dead inside.
After living with you for so long, I am dead inside.
I'll be right back.
Culex is here. He'll be joining me in a moment. Aaron's here as well. Welcome. Everyone's here. Just kind of hanging out. Proceed without saving, because who cares? And Pocky! Welcome to the party. We got cats here on the couch. It's a little hard to see because they're laying down. They're here. Yes. Today has been a day.
I mean, just look at what you're playing. You can't tell me that you are not dead inside right now.
Who suggested it? Was it you or me that actually suggested this?
I think it's kind of both of us.
Well, that sucks. Sorry that your mom did something that is having you not speak to her for extended length of time. That close.
On the plus side, we have kitties now.
We do. I don't think they can be seen though, because I think the camera is just a little high. No, I might pass out midstream because I'm dead tired. But I'm here in spirit. That's, you know. So I really like Evil Tim's old LP of the game. See, I haven't seen anything of this. Is there really a difference in the difficulty?
I don't fucking know.
We'll do normal. Reinhardt or...
Reinhardt kind of sucks without his hammer, to be honest.
Well, I'm gonna be Reinhardt. Don't worry, I will be your shield. And Glassjaw's here. Welcome. Everyone just kind of hanging out today. I kind of figured we'd also be play as Carrie. Well, shit.
I mean, you could restart.
I could restart.
Foresees the return
of
ancient horrors.
I also kind of figured that whatever we were playing today was mostly going to be dominated talking about Nintendo. So whatever we're playing is really just kind of a backdrop for the conversations that I'm sure we'll be having. This is the one who plays a werewolf. I don't know.
That's Legacy of Darkness.
Yeah, that's Legacy of Darkness. That's the sequel to this one.
From a century of
So,
Count Dracula awakes.
blah blah blah. Dracula comes back from the dead. Reinhard Schneider, who's not actually a Belmont because his last name isn't Belmont. Heir of the ancient Belmont. Why did your name change?
Because marriages. I mean,
wielding the holy whip.
he's the son of Sonia Belmont.
Sonia. Oh Lord, I love when Lords of Shadow came out. It basically just completely screwed up the canon. Like they had like an actual canon, and then they're like, yeah, no. Legacy, damn it, Konami.
Yeah, Curse of Darkness was the PS2 one.
Yeah, I love Curse of Darkness. Oh, I should have played some Curse of Darkness.
Come to think of it, Konami has kind of done a messed up job with the naming, because you have Legacy of Darkness, then Curse of Darkness, and then you have Harmony of Dissonance and Harmony of Despair.
Yeah.
It's...
And Harmony of Dissonance and Harmony of Despair are not connected. Like, then you've got like Aria of Sorrow that's actually connected to Dawn of Sorrow.
Yeah, Aria and Dawn of Sorrow are connected, which screwed with me because I played Dawn of Sorrow first, and the first 5 minutes of Dawn of Sorrow spoils the entirety of Aria of Sorrow.
Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna say that I know that this is a whip, but it looks like I'm flinging a brown noodle. Oh lord.
But yeah, that was fun. Just being like, oh, for the first time ever, these Castlevania games are directly connected.
Oh, hey, there's a tree.
Yeah, trees, they actually do.
They burn? The trees, they burn. Can I break?
Not the torches, though. The torches do not burn.
I was like, can I actually break?
C right is pick up.
Got a red jewel, L. I gotta say, the hit detection for this just sucks. Oh my god, does this suck.
You have another attack on C left that you can use for now, but once you get a power up, it'll be useless.
Oh, well then.
And C down is your sub-weapons. And C up is the camera, which you might want to go back to normal view.
No, I'm gonna keep whatever this one was. Apparently he was originally Schneider Belmont, but they changed it. You know, you could go with Reinhardt. Oh my god! This is just instantaneous, like, no animation moving.
Well.
Oh, well then. He's having a seizure.
Which is impressive considering you have the entire lack of nervous system.
Yeah. And musculature. And, you know, tendons. You know, things that allow bones to move. This whole game is not as good as it could be. Oh, I'm being attacked because I'm not paying attention.
Oh yeah, there's a power up.
Receive power up.
And now you actually one-shot skeletons, as you should.
Normal view. Yeah, you should always one-shot skeletons. That's just how things work. Can we go into the door?
Yeah. You just gotta break it. You don't have to.
I wanna jump.
I mean, you can jump. It's actually faster than running. At least it's faster for carry. I'm not sure about Reinhardt.
Oh my god, what? What fresh hell is that? Oh god, he just kind of ran me over. Oh, I have to pick up the giant thing of money. Giant things of... Oh my god, your attack radius is just... Who's laughing now, skeleton? Where are you going? Come back, I haven't finished whipping you yet.
He's got to go to the fresh graves. Or something, I don't know.
I've...
Strategically thrown.
Strategery.
Yeah, whip that bony butt.
Oh yes, you love it, don't you? Love it. Come back here. Don't try. You're looking at me, but you're really not doing anything actually constructive. I'm just gonna pick this up. This is just so bad.
Looks like someone's getting the Nintendo Switch.
This is just so bad.
I don't know, I think you're being overly harsh. It's not even that bad yet.
It's yet. Give it a minute.
Yeah, just give it a minute.
Let's see. Now whip it. Whip it good. Did he turn into a bridge?
No, he jumped off the cliff. And summoned a bridge because I don't know.
I want that spell. Summon bridge. You want to do something? Well, without this bridge, we are completely incapable. Oh, now is my time to shine.
Now you have a red noodle.
Danger noodle.
Or rather, still a brown noodle, but now it has a red action trail on it.
Ooh, action trails. Film at 11. So yeah, I kind of figured we would be talking about Nintendo stuff all day today during the stream because Nintendo did a thing, you know? Oh, hey, skeleton. See, it's like, I see where they're trying to go with this. Moon card. Does the moon card do anything?
It makes it night. This game has a day and night cycle, which enemies are weaker during the day, and there is at least one cutscene where it has to be like 2 a.m. or something. There's another card in that building that you just ran past. And there's also stuff up on the roofs.
Does it look like I care about the roofs?
I mean, it's got candle chicken.
Candle chicken? How do I get up?
There's some stairs over on the other side of that building.
Over here? I want to hit you with my whip and take your money.
So you can do a running. You can just run up the stairs and then jump at the top of them.
What? Or I can't. So let's try that again.
When you're standing still, you can press R to center the camera behind you also. Which might help you.
Well, part of the problem is like it's just not registering the jump. Like I
Yeah.
get there.
Grabbing ledges is kind of funky. You just have to hold the button down.
There we go. I assume I just run and jump to that one.
Yep.
Oh, this is just some sort of fresh hill. Okay. No, screw it. I don't care about the chicken. I don't care.
Why are you so bad?
I'm curious but cautiously optimistic. The fact that came out with a Pro Controller from the beginning. Good thing I probably won't be able to afford one until late next year anyway.
You're getting a little destroyed.
Oh, I don't care. I'm gonna die. Light Dragon's here, but he can't hang out, so he'll watch it tomorrow. This is the way I came from, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not? Oh,
No.
God. Well. Hey, look, bats! And 500 gold. They keep giving me gold like it means something.
See right to hit the switch.
No, I'm just saying.
The skeleton's coming for you.
Operates the mechanism? Yes. I'm kind of... I am out... I began this game with negative 10 fucks. Like, that's just the long and short of it. Oh god, what? What are you?
The weakest mini-boss.
Werewolf? Werewolf, god damn it.
I don't know, he's kind of where Tiger, maybe? I don't know.
But no, you've seen the Day in the Life of Dracula.
Yeah.
It's like,
But I'm just saying it's not werewolf.
no. Werewolf actually was entertaining. Alright, the never-ending skeletons kind of piss me off. Like, I would actually really just not like a... Can I not pick you up?
Maybe not. I mean, I thought there was only 2 power-ups to begin with anyway, so I'm surprised that a third one even dropped.
Alright, so now where do I go?
Back across, you opened a door. Back the other way.
Yeah, the fact that this is... Oh god,
Don't...
you're new!
Yeah, he's gonna run at you and explode.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I take it the door is not over here?
No.
I thought it was. Okay. Well,
But just go along to the right, you'll get there.
I'll get there. Tiger Man. He's Tiger Man.
Or is it to the left? I thought it was to the right, though. Yeah, it's to the right, yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna keep going this
I
way.
thought there was a cliff there, but it was just the draw distance. Did you activate, or did you create a save file, by the way?
I did not.
The fuck? Why did you not create a save file?
Why would I want to?
Because you're going to die and have to start over from the beginning of the game now.
Fuck me. That's what that does?
Yeah. That's what save files generally do.
But the fact you have to start at the beginning of the game...
Well, I mean, if you finish the level, you wouldn't, but you're probably not going to finish the level. There's like a chicken down beneath you or something that it's trying to pick up instead of the cross. I'm not sure where the chicken is, but apparently there's a chicken somewhere attached to that pedestal, and it wants to pick that up instead of the cross, but it fails because of distance or something. I don't know.
Well, we're just gonna keep going. These kind of explodey skeletons are fun. He's gonna kill me. Well, he didn't, but okay.
Just gotta believe in the whip.
Believe it. Well, I'll die. We'll start over. We can start with the other character that Penn suggested, and then we'll actually create a save file.
Yeah. I do know that Carrie is faster. I'm not entirely sure why, because I haven't actually seen like a full, or seen or done a full Reinhardt playthrough. But Carrie's is faster.
Yes, I want to operate mechanisms.
There might be chicken there. Yeah.
Roast beef. Item. Roast beef. Well, now I'm not going to die quite as quickly.
I wouldn't count on that.
I said quite as quickly. Alright, so where am I going now?
Down that ledge.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you walk close to it, it'll change the camera for you. But yeah, this game does have fall damage, by the way.
Oh, well then. Well, I tried to not die. Now let me guess, if I fall into the abyss, I
Yep.
die.
Yep.
Just like that! Alright, let's try with, so I can count on it, that river's poison. So yeah, I kind of figured we would talk about the Nintendo Switch, formerly the NX.
I think we might actually have to press reset to set up a save file.
Well, copy.
No, here
Great.
we go.
There we go. So, yeah, the Switch, interesting. I'm really holding
Oh,
off.
son of a bitch.
Did you start with Reinhardt?
Yeah, I pressed right and I guess held it, or maybe it like bounced back to the
In
left.
the mid-19th century.
One of the two.
So yeah, either way, I'm holding off judgment on it. There's a lot of potential. It could be good, it could be bad. I just remember a lot of people were screaming about, you know, the Wii being terrible when it can't, like, oh, it's terrible gimmicks. People said the same thing about the Wii U. It was a gimmick that sold really well for the Wii. It was a gimmick that caused the Wii U to flop. But then, like, I remember the DS was seen as a gimmick. Like, why do you need two screens? Like,
Transylvania.
it's a gimmick. And then the DS prints money. Just hands down prints money.
How did we get here?
here. Desmond the Moon Bear. How did I get here? Yeah, I think I said this in my discussion video, but I was planning on just getting Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U and having that be it. But now I'm kind of thinking I might pick up Tokyo Mirage Sessions to finish out my Wii U collection. Get Breath of the Wild on the Switch. I want to call it the NX. The NX is such a better name. Oh Lord, the Switch just sounds so, so BDSM. Caboose is here. I got this game, except the director's cut version, which is better. There's a director's cut version of this?
Legacy of Darkness.
Oh, Legacy of Darkness is the... I thought they were actually two separate games.
The Legacy of Darkness has basically all the content of this one, and then it just has extra stuff in it on top of that.
Well then, the more you know. So, I just gotta wait and see what, you know, Nintendo actually does with it, because really, the Wii U could have done a ton better if it had been marketed. That's the thing, is like, Nintendo did like like the first week marketing, but then it wasn't well done, so people thought it was just an attachment for the Wii because of the name, and it was just poorly conceived. This time, if Nintendo actually, I don't know, releases a commercial about it, like, hey, remember that thing that's not an add-on to the Wii U? It'd be great. It would just be fantastic. Legacy of Darkness has 2 extra campaigns, slightly better controls and graphics. Caboose is playing competitive Overwatch. You have fun. Win a lot of matches.
What rank are you at, Caboose? Just out of curiosity.
If he's still here.
Yeah. If you are still here.
If not, I'll log in later and find out, because I'm sure he'll be on. But
Oh, nice. Got 2 power-ups.
DOS power-ups. I don't know. I really think all it's going to take for Nintendo to actually do better with this is to talk about it, make it be a thing that exists, and I think it'll do considerably better. I was talking to Pin earlier, she commented on the discussion video about how Nintendo has said that this will not... Oh, Pocky says he's platinum.
Oh.
Nintendo... There were a lot of talk that Nintendo said that this wouldn't replace the Wii U. This is going to replace the Wii U. Like, anyone with observational skills knows there's no games coming out for the Wii U, like, after Breath of the Wild. Like, they've got nothing in the pipeline. And Pocky got gold somehow. Well then. I still need to finish all of my placement matches. I don't play competitive.
I'm sitting down at silver, but I haven't played much at all.
So it's quite obvious that the Switch is going to, replace the
Ooh, holy water.
the Wii U, and then there are still DS games in the pipeline. Like they've shown that there are a lot of DS games getting ready to come out in the future. So it's like they still have a ton, but I could really see once those games are done that that Nintendo would be very encouraging to developers who develop for 3DS. Would go, hey, why don't you develop for the Switch? It's better. It's and it won't take a lot of convincing, quite frankly. So. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Pocky says, comp is toxic, and with my mic issues, I can't really talk in game.
Yeah, that would be kind of an issue.
And then it gets even worse because depending on what team, unless you're playing with friends, if you're on a competitive team with people, just, the sheer fact that you're female is going to guarantee people are going to give you shit. Like, I have seen it firsthand, which is just sad. Oh, well, we've got a girl on our team, we're gonna lose, so... and which, I don't get. But I'm also apparently not rational or something, I don't know. I mean, I'm not rational, You've been around me. Rational is not a word used to describe me. So I'll go with that. But I've been reading up on a lot of the Switch. I'm probably gonna keep referring to it as the NX just because it's easier for me to remember NX than Switch moment. But they assume I'm a guy with my voice. I've heard you speak. I would not assume you were a guy. But I guess it could just be the fact that I already knew you, so my perception is a little skewed on that. So people assume I'm male up until they hear my voice when I trade. Yeah, I was looking on a couple of videos on YouTube talking about the Switch, and a lot of people are like, this isn't going to replace the 3DS. Nintendo said it's not. It's like, I don't think we can really trust, any sort of statement, because they also said it wasn't going to replace the Wii U, but again, observational powers kind of dictate that it's gonna. So, I don't quite trust that. Plus, I don't know where it was said specifically that it's not going to replace the 3DS. Like, I don't remember seeing a quote from Nintendo talking about it. But anyone who does business, like, why would Nintendo have two handhelds running concurrently? Like, they've done that before. Like, they had the Game Boy Advance and then the DS, but as the DS started picking up traction, Game Boy Advance started to... They started shifting away from. So it's like, I can see if the NX actually does well, that they would shift. Oh!
Yeah, that was a sketchy jump.
Yeah. I suspect it won't replace the 3DS immediately, but eventually... See, that's the thing. I really don't think it will... Like, it's not going to right off the bat. It's going to replace the Wii U right off the bat. But I think once everything Nintendo has done for the 3DS has started to come out, and that's the thing. They've got a buffer. They've got at least a year, almost, depending on the release schedule for some of these games, to figure out what the sales are going to be like for the NX. And if the sales are good, I can see them shifting completely away from the 3DS and just focusing on the NX as one unified piece of hardware, rather than having, a home console that's also portable and a portable. So, I've been mistaken as male once during winter. I get mistaken, but I'm younger than my actual age. Gigaware headset. And people scream in my ear to turn it down or pull away from my face.
Just grab the ledge. There we go.
So from my age, I could assume that I'm 18, 19 for my appearance. When I was working at Barnes & Noble once, when I had my hair really long and tied back in a ponytail, I was bent over, kneeling on the ground doing some book stacking, and someone came up and was like, "Ma'am?" And I turned around and it's like, you see the Wookiee that is my facial hair. And they're like, "Oh, shit." Like, I just kind of laughed at it because, like, the genuine response of shit was actually really entertaining for me. I could assume that I'm 18, 19. My mom's 70 and you wouldn't know. I don't think anyone ever really guesses my age. I've never had anyone try to figure out my age. Like, I've known you for ever at this point, and I still keep thinking that you're not the age that I know you are. Data saved. Now you can continue from here, should you die.
Which hopefully won't happen, since got past, that whole nightmare of ledges.
Got past the bullshit.
Which, there will be further nightmares, but I think we'll get to the next level before then. Go away. I don't want to be your friend.
Bad touch.
I don't think there's anything in here.
And Pocky's birthday is in 2 weeks. If I could buy you boxes in Overwatch, I would, but I've spent more money on Overwatch boxes than I really feel comfortable. Did you buy any more boxes?
I haven't, but I probably will. Because I really want that Mercy skin.
I love how I got all of the things that you would want. You got all of the things that I would want.
Yeah. On the other hand, I did get that Diva Taunt, so that was cool.
You did get the Diva Taunt, which, not Halloween specific, but a nice legendary.
Yeah.
So.
Some people are buried with their money. Some people are buried with chicken.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be buried with both. I'm gonna take a chicken and I'm gonna stuff it full of money. And then I'm gonna be buried with it. My ex-boyfriend was like that. Without his beard, he looked 15. With it, he looked 30. So that's the thing. I have an older brother, and we look very similar. Except he has a beard, because he's a mountain hippie man. Like, seriously, I love my brother dearly, but, like, he is interesting. It's a, like, full beard, and sometimes he just lets it get really scraggly and unkempt. And we like to give him crap about it, but if my facial hair grows out, we look very similar. If not, I look like him when he was in high school. And so I've actually been mistaken. I get mistaken for him quite often. So it's really entertaining. So you say legendary, and all I can think of is Pokemon. Has anyone played the Sun and Moon demo? I haven't. Have you?
Nope.
Played it?
I have not. I should. Especially since it's not like, just, here's the first town. Have fun. Oh, you reached the second town? Well, you know, buy the full game. But it's got, like, its own unique scenario, apparently.
Yeah. So it won't spoil any of the story playing, but...
Oh, turn around. Werewolf is seriously bugging me.
Oh my god.
I don't want to... Oh, right, lock on. R is not just face forward, it's actually the lock on button. So if there's actually enemies around, you lock onto it.
So Barbara and Glassjaw have both played it, so... If you beat it, you get Ash Greninja. Mazel tov.
I saw that Ash Greninja was in the demo. I didn't... Do you get him, like, in the full game if you play the demo? Is that how that works?
One would think so. Because I want to say they did something similar with Bravely Default. Like, if you did something, like, if you played the Bravely Default demo, you got something would carry over. And there was another game that did that recently. I don't remember what it is. So... Wasn't interested in Sun and Moon, but it has me interested now.
Speaking of Sun and Moon.
The Sun card! However, I'll be picking up and playing Final Fantasy 15 first anyway. I'm gonna get 15 eventually. I don't think I'm gonna get it at launch. I just... Eh. I've got too much of a backlog of stuff that I gotta get through. If you complete the trial and the demo, then buy the full game, you get to transfer them over. So yeah.
I can't read. I mean, if this game were historically accurate, I probably couldn't read, being a 12-year-old girl in the 1800s.
Yeah. But also being historically accurate means you're probably not shooting green shit out of your hand, so... Though I may have to play as the male protagonist because I can't stand fucking chicken hat. Can you not change appearance in Sun and Moon? I thought that was a thing that you could slightly customize avatars.
I would hope so. I mean, X and Y had customization, I think.
I've never played a Pokemon game except for, you know, the original Red and Blue. Like, that's where I started and stopped with Pokemon, really. What starters is everyone getting? Barbara says you can. So yeah, you can change appearance. So I mean, there are several games that I have had to change a character's appearance because, like, their default sucks. But then there are some games like Overwatch where I love the default and, like, the alternate outfits are just like,
Is this backtracking?
I don't
I'm not
know.
sure.
um,
No, it's not. Okay. It's just very, very similar to where I was before.
everyone seems to be going for the fire kitty, so my viewers are all pyromaniacs and cat lovers. That part really doesn't surprise me. Like the cat loving thing, that's not new. That's
Here's where I die. Oh, no.
Oh,
it
you
actually
made it.
grabbed on. Okay. Just the ledge grabbing can be a little wonky.
whee! Oh, you can shimmy across the ledge. That's neat.
Shimmy.
Shimmy,
Shimmy.
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 Anyway, I'm not drunk
Yet.
yet. Oh. I was going to actually get a ton of recording done today, but then I remembered that Nintendo was doing that thing. So I really didn't get anything done. And then last night I found out that I completely screwed up and lost audio track for an episode of Grand Kingdom, so there's going to be some fun post-commentary for that, because I don't remember what's going on. I've got the video, just don't have the commentary track, so that's going to be fun to deal with.
Why isn't this open?
Pin majored in chemistry, so of course... Yeah, well, yeah, I mean... My dad majored in chemistry as well, and his favorite pastime is blowing things up, so... I get where you're coming from on that one.
Did I not hit the switch? I could have swore I hit the switch.
I could have swore you did too, but... My powers of observation are obviously lacking because you're being chased by skeletons.
Yeah, well, whatever. It didn't lock on. What the heck? I guess...
You would probably like my dad. Imagine me, but... considerably more wrong. I love my dad. I really do. But he is one of those people that has enough knowledge to be scary, and enough of a lack of filter to act on that. Let's see. So I got Grand Kingdom, and I'm really enjoying it so far. There's like 4 people in each troop. Grand Kingdom, really, depending on how you set up your party, you won't even use 4 people most of the time. There are a lot of strategies that really rely on
That switch is definitely down.
2 people. Like, that's really it. It's something that I'm thinking about showing off for an extra video, that paladins are just ridiculously overpowered. They have the potential to learn a move called Overspin that has a huge area of effect, but their movement is crap. So what you do is you actually launch them in. There's like a little bouncy catapult thing that launches your units to the exact opposite side of the field. So you launch them over there so they don't have to move very far. You just land them in the middle, overspin, and it hits all 3 rows, and it just decimates everything in its path. And if you get them decent proxying and stats, as well as some really good attack equipment, most of the strategy is you use your paladin, and that's about it. Some people have a second paladin just in case, or a Valkyrie, someone who has, or a rogue, someone who has high movement to go in case the overspin does not kill everything. But the fact that there is one class that is hands down what everyone's really doing, or what everyone uses for their strategy, that just kind of shows that there's a little bit of an imbalance. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the some of Nipponichi's other games, like Disgaea, has imbalances too, but there it's kind of like intentional, because like in order to get this imbalanced class, you basically have to do everything else anyway.
speaking of hair, with no political opinion, there's anyone think that Youngos look kind of like... I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Switch.
Oh, I did see the new. I'm gonna keep calling it Hawaiian because that's what this Pokemon is based off of, and it's the Hawaiian Dugtrio. Did you see the Hawaiian Dugtrio?
I haven't.
It has hair. It has blonde surfer hair. It's actually kind of amazing. The Muck and Grimer actually kind of weirded me out too, because the Grimer had lips, which was awkward, and then the Muck is just rainbow colored, which I wonder how Liquid stays rainbow colored like that. Sounds similar to Sky 5 and everyone using the Summoner just to get Land and Decimate through the game. I mean, that's the thing. Grand Kingdom was done by Spike Chunsoft, so like and it's a continuation of Grand Knight's history.
Oh,
are
God.
they riding motorcycles?
Yes, they are. It's why this is the best Castlevania game.
Card games on motorcycles. Oh my god. And Caboose is back. I also have to apologize for missing a stream. It happens. But that's the thing. It's like you can get a lot of... Like they base it for online play. So online play, they wanted to balance out a little bit easier. But whenever you have online play, you're never going to have it perfectly balanced. There's always going to be something that's just going to squeak its way to the top. Kitties!
Now kitties are visible.
Now they're standing. Come here. Say hi to all the people online. Say hi. You are not happy that I've picked you up. I think the Alolan Muck is supposed to look like motor oil. That makes sense. I can see that.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh my god.
There we go. Again.
Oh yes, we have to do that occasionally because I have two N64 controllers and I modded them to have the GameCube.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know if you can see it in the webcam, but it's not, the shitty
It's not the
N64
stick.
one where it was like kind of loose.
Yeah. I mean, there are ways to fix the original N64 stick, but quite frankly, this was easier and cheaper. But it does get a little off every now and again. There's a problem with them. I think there's a newer batch that fixes it, or there's so many ways to fix N64 controllers to fix the loose control. Look at my little feet.
You want to give it another go now that we're in the castle?
Yeah, I'll.
Of Castlevania. Actually, no, we're not even in the castle. We're just in the castle area, but like the outer wall of the castle.
With as small as she is, she can almost fit through the holes of that gate. Oh, wow.
It remains to be seen if we will actually make it inside of the castle before the stream ends.
We'll go ahead and save. I take it I just go in here? Or no?
I don't know. Yeah, I gotta say, I haven't actually played this before, but it's like some of the spotty jumps aside, it's not that bad.
I mean, it could have been a lot better, but it also could have been a lot worse. Go in the door. There you go. Get in the door.
I mean, it certainly could have been better, but I think that its reputation is a lot worse than it really deserves.
It gets a bad rap.
And to be fair, some of the later levels take the shoddy platforming and put it to like an entire new level. They're really bad, but like most of the time that people say, "Oh yeah, this game's great" or "This game's bad," they don't even, they're judging it on the first hour.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I mean, I'm not being sarcastic there. Like, if you don't enjoy the first hour of a game,
You're
then,
not likely to enjoy the rest of it.
and also you shouldn't have to qualify it like, oh yeah, it's bad for the first 10 hours, but after that it's really good. And it's like, I don't want to play 10 hours of a bad game.
Oh god, what are you?
That's a Medusa.
Are you a Medusa head? Oh god. You're just gonna keep showing up, aren't you?
It's kind of what Medusa heads do.
Alright, and this one does not... Oh, I died. Fall damage. Well, that's fine. We're just gonna go back in there. So yeah, the fall damage sucks. That's something that I don't think should be in a Castlevania game. Either you fall into a bottomless pit and die instantly, or you fall and you have magic legs that are made out of adamantium that cause you to...
Yeah. Well, when did Symphony of the Night come out?
Oh lord, I do not remember.
Was it... Do you know if it was before or after 96? Because I think this was 96. Oh yeah, and when you die or reload your save, you lose all your powers.
I kind of figured. So I'm not shooting green shit anymore, I'm shooting red shit. Sounds like FF13, and Pin says fuck Medusa heads, in all caps.
But yeah, there's actually like
Oh,
a
God.
rule
Oh god.
of reviews. I think it's Wolfhall's Law. Because there was... he had a bunch of reviews that said basically just that, like, if I didn't enjoy the first couple hours of your game, then it doesn't matter how good the rest of your game is. My opinion of your game being bad based on the beginning of it is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that you have to play... a professional reviewer has to play an entire game. To have, you know, a credible opinion on it.
I mean, I can see both sides of it. You know, trying to work in the professional side of things, that you want to have as thorough of an opinion as possible, and not, you know, just basically spouting crap.
Yeah.
Oh lord, I just managed to keep running. Screw it. I really dislike the flying enemies. I like that everything has... Why did that not target you?
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some games and some gamers that it'll be worth going through the first couple hours that aren't the greatest, but, you know, not for everyone.
Yeah. I love these sections that are just completely like, it's gonna...
Oh,
I
thought you jumped too soon.
Stop with the bats!
But yeah, like with this section in particular, I'd say it's more like, rather than being like Symphony of the Night, it's more like the old style Castlevania games where you would go up a section and the screen would scroll up, and if you fell down higher up, even though there's ground beneath you, because the screen scrolled,
Yeah.
you're dead.
I can see that. I get where you're going with that. I'm not gonna get the boomerang. I'm
Yeah, the holy water's really the best.
just gonna avoid the damn bats. Something that was 97.
So I think this was before Symphony of the Night.
Oh, well then. You're a thing of nightmares.
Actually, come to think of it, I think normally the dagger is kept up until this point, and then after this boss, it's better to switch to the holy water. But I mean, you should be fine with that.
Except I keep landing and I want the power up. Get the power. There we go. Like, I wanted all the things that the heads dropped.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're maxed out on crystals anyway, and you don't really need money.
God damn it. Stop with... I'm just gonna hide behind here.
You do have chicken.
Do I?
Yeah. It's in the pause menu.
I'm gonna have to use it.
At this point, you'll just want to use beef. Roast beef.
Roast beef. Batman called, he said stop killing his bats. Batman, will you pass the iced tea?
Would you like some more iced tea, Batman?
Would you pass the mustard?
I mean, you're maxed out on drills.
I was trying to see if
Yeah.
there was anything else in there, but it's like, it's not moving, so I can't see what's going on. Well, I'm just gonna keep shooting and trying to dodge the fire that I can't dodge. Oh my god. Because your depth perception is just shit.
Any power-ups? No.
X.
Just a little bit of money, holy water.
Yeah, not anything worth futzing over. Alright, so that's done. Can I go up here and get... one up here. Do you have... You've got chicken.
There's a switch.
Right there. The mechanism. Everything revolves around mechanisms. You can hide behind the stair. Yeah, that's what I just did. I'm just gonna hide behind the stairwell. That's some really interesting gears. Metal gears?
I mean, it is Konami.
It is Konami. So that's one thing I never noticed. Why do they not put Easter eggs? Like, why is there not like a Metal Gear in one of the Castlevania games? Why is there not like...
Aria of Sorrow, I think, has Easter eggs like that. Or was it... I think it was Portrait of Ruin, where you could get, like, the ship from, Xevious. Or Gradius... Not Gradius.
Can I... If I just jump, I'm gonna die. Aren't I?
That might be safe. Yeah. But yeah, in one of the games, you could actually get, like, the ship from one of their shooters. Among other power-ups.
Why are you not... There you go. There you go. Die.
Not power-ups, but collectibles.
Save there. Fucking Resident Evil style. Fixed camera. Alright. I don't want to deal with you, so I'm just going to drop down here. And land on you. That's... Alright, the homing things are fun. Until you're actually aiming for something specific. Then you have to try to...
Yeah. Plus the fact that you can only have one ball out at a time.
Yeah. You only get one ball. And for her, you need to charge up. If you don't have max power, then you're at a slight disadvantage.
Yeah. Once you get the green balls, though, you know, you barely have to charge at all to kill, like, a normal enemy.
Alright, where am I going? I can only see what's, like... Well, I'm going down that way! I did not mean to. That's where I'm going. I don't want to cross. Can I go in here? I would love to try to find out, but the skeletons are pissing me off. Come here.
There's power up.
Can I get... no! Get away from me! I want the power up. There we go. And now I'm shooting green shit again.
We're just gonna keep on waiting here. You gotta come down eventually.
The Castlevania series actually has a ton of references to Greatest Legion as a tentacle golem. I mean, I guess there's some Gradius, but... Well, I think Konami, I think, you know... Castlevania, I think Metal Gear. I kind of want to see, like Snake say something about what is a man, a miserable pile of secrets.
I mean, you did have Psycho Manus that read your memory card and was like, so, you like to play Castlevania.
Alright, I have no idea where I'm going.
There's a hole down on the other side of the grate.
On this side?
No, to the left.
Just fall down here and
Everything's fine.
everything's fine. I'll go ahead and save. Hey, look, a key. I take it I use this on the door that's locked next to me.
Yep.
The left tower key has been used. I feel so used. Oh, Lord. Oh, there's a lot of hell with this going on in this game.
I kind of want to continue this just so we can get to, like, the Hall of Science.
The Hall of... Oh, Lord.
Or Tower of Science? I think it's the Tower of
No,
Science.
we're keeping it the Hall of Science. Bitch. I'm just gonna wait for you to spin around and I'm just gonna walk across you. 'Cause I don't want to jump. Oh god, it's another one of the head thingies. Did I not hit you? I could have sworn I hit you.
I think you did. I think it just takes 2 hits because they have a fuck ton of HP. As per the Castlevania norm.
Alright. Gotta learn the pattern. Is there... Oh, you motherfucker!
Rex. Absolutely taken down.
Tower of Science. It's the Tower of Science.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just, like... Is there not a pattern? Because it's not doing anything. I'm gonna go... And just... Fuck. Oh.
I think previously saved is best.
Yeah, so I did the Nintendo NX video earlier today, and someone disliked it, which I find really interesting because it's basically a
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh well.
going over, you know, the things that were confirmed in the video, things that we already knew. So I guess someone doesn't like facts. is what I took away from that. More than likely, they were upset that I didn't either praise it or condemn it just right off the bat. But I kept giggling to myself when I saw the first dislike. It's like, oh, someone disliked this. Oh, well, you know, disliking the fact that Nintendo just came out and gave us some information on things that we had pretty much knew of already as rumors, but, you know, knowing that it's a tablet console hybrid, knowing that it uses cartridges, these are things that we were speculating for months. So, you know, having a confirmation of that's a good thing. But, like, I don't think I said that I love it. I don't think I said I'm going to buy it day one. I don't think I said anything about how it's going to cause the death of Nintendo. So, I mean, I was thinking it was pretty unbiased, you know, but apparently... But I found it funny. It's like, I'm just talking about, you know, things that have been confirmed, but I guess the not condemning it or not, you know, praising it as the second coming. I actually really...
It didn't turn when I was expecting it to.
You didn't actually fall down. If you listen to people talk politics, no one likes facts. Basically. But one thing I want to know, and I'm tempted to do a video about it, but I don't want to give this person any more screen time. So years ago, I did a video talking about Sega, about how there's a fan out there who is just absolutely batshit over Sega, thinking that they're going to be the messiah of gaming, and they're going to bring
That was a short jump.
The golden age of gaming back, you know, the 16 and 32-bit eras. And at one point, years ago, he came up with an idea that Sega was going to come out with this console handheld or console tablet hybrid. And the specs that he provided for were just mind-numbingly crazy. Like, it was one of those things that's like, it's either going to cost like $1,000 to purchase, or they're going to use like the watered down parts and it's going to be useless as both a handheld and a... He's using it's going to be like, it's going to be a like 12 or 13-inch screen or something. Like, I don't think anyone's going to use anything that big. I don't know what the size of the NX is. Like, that wasn't actually talked about. But seriously, years ago, this guy came up with this idea that there was going to be a console tablet hybrid, and Nintendo is basically doing it. And I want to find out if this person is talking about, if they're still talking about Nintendo's glorious return to gaming, and that this is going to be... Oh, almost.
Yeah, I beat the guillotine the last time.
I kind of wonder how they feel now, you know, that Nintendo's doing what Sega... Like, wasn't... The old slogan was, Sega does what Nintendo don't, and now it's kind of the reverse of that, so...
Okay, so these are not very long jumps, actually.
No.
Don't have to jump with all of my might. I do just have to kill this bonehead, though. Or bone pillar.
Bone pillar. I do have to keep hitting more balls at this fat kid.
There we go.
And you survived.
Those jumps are actually harder than the ones where you just jump
as far
as you can.
So yeah, that's one of the things that I've been thinking about all day. It's like, I kind of want to do a video about it, but especially since that person is still working to try to say that Sega's coming back, and it's been years. It's been since, I think 2001 was the earliest recorded documentation of this person going around screaming about the second coming of Sega. Couldn't have been 2001. It had to be later, because Sega didn't drop out until like 2002. So probably like 2005 or something. I'd have to dig it up. So, oh hey, look, is that Dracula?
I think it's Dracula. It's hard to tell with all the polygons.
Grisha's here. You're late. Yeah, it's fine. You're good. All you missed was us talking about the new Nintendo console and failing hardcore at Castlevania 64. Oh, we also talked about Pokemon too. We talked about the Pokemon demo and various new forms and.
Merry Christmas.
Christopher Lee clone, check. Oh, I miss Christopher Lee. He was one of those people that... The world is just a slightly dimmer place without him here. But you know, I'd really like to see another Soul Reaver Blood Omen again. I would... How is Sega back? No, we weren't talking about Sega being bad. We were talking about there's the crazy Sega fan who's bad, and yeah, that's them wrapping up violence left off of the eyes. No, the thing I was talking about with Sega was how again, years ago, crazy Sega fan was screaming that Sega was going to make a tablet console hybrid, and this was like 2-3 years ago, I think. And now Nintendo is doing a portable console hybrid.
I thought this was open.
So it was the
shit.
Sega does what Nintendo don't, except in reverse.
Oh no, this is opened. Okay.
As far as the legacy accounts, I have the one on Dreamcast. I think that's the only one I've ever really played. Because I want to say for a while, the Legacy of Kain games felt a little overwhelming, because like it felt like every time I turned around there was another one. There was like Blood Omen, and there's the one where you're the Soul Reaver, and then there's the one where you're the not vampire bad guy. It was very confusing to me, and I was just like I felt a little overwhelmed. I felt the same way about Persona games, which I know never actually existed. There was never like a massive influx of Persona games.
Hey, doggies.
Bad doggies. Bad multiple heady doggies. Oh. Did he just explode into bats?
I need to get turned around before they just eat my face. There we go.
I could have sworn
Bad doggy.
that he exploded into bats, which would have been so neat. Man, Ash for you. Nintendo Switch looks like the ultimate Nintendo console. I mean, it certainly has the potential. Because you've got, Nintendo's dominated the handheld market, so if it's got the handheld quality library, but the games are, slightly scaled up, then that's gonna be great. Persona 4, in my opinion, is one of the best games out there, but I have a twisted love of Jungian psyche. See, I need to get into the Persona games. I really do. I was very put off by them because I was scared of the penis chariot early on. Because that's how Philip tried to pitch me on Persona 2. He's like, there's a penis chariot monster. And I'm sitting here going, have I done drugs? Don't care about Pokemon's right now. Getting Shin Megami Tensei 4 Anarchy. I've heard a lot of good things about Persona 5 too, so. Persona 4 is too simplified in story development compared to P2 and P3. Since I have no knowledge of any, I can only just run, I guess. Mara has traumatized many player, yes. I mean, the penis cherry. There's something about it. Am I going to start Shining Force 3 Scenario 3 soon? I've actually started recording it, and I was debating putting up a video today, but since I had the extra video from the Nintendo Switch, and then I had the live stream tonight, I figured that might just kind of be a little much for people's subscription feeds. And then there's I can start it tomorrow, but then since I don't do Shining Force on the weekends, that you'll get like episode 1 tomorrow, and then you won't get anything until Monday. So I mean, if people want to see episode 1 tomorrow, it is ready. I do have it ready. So I could do that. So I have started recording. So mostly because I got something really neat from the translation team to do. So I'm really looking forward to.
These dogs just never end.
Once I got the hang of the battle system, Persona 4 was fun. Persona 4 is a mystery, which P3 isn't. P3 actually complex symbolism. P4 feels like a Scooby-Doo episode. I don't know. Scooby-Doo can be, like, incredibly in-depth. Eddie Izzard actually has a skit where he's talking about how Scooby and Shaggy are compared to Shakespearean characters, like Falstaff. Like, he has an entire skit about it, and it's actually really good. An obvious mystery is not a mystery. Guess the killer after 5 to 10 hours of play. I mean, I guess killers in mystery shows all the time, but I still like the adventure.
Yeah, I forget who said it, but I read something once that I agree with, that if a story can be spoiled by knowing the ending, then it wasn't worth reading to begin with. Or it wasn't worth hearing to begin with. Because a story should be more than just the end.
Yeah.
Like, I knew the ending to Death Note after I read, like, the first volume of it.
Yeah.
And Death Note was still really good, at least for the first half of it.
That's the thing, like, I know the ending to Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. I know how, at least the first season ends. I haven't seen anything for this. So it's like, I know how the first season ends. So it's like, doesn't mean I want to see how they get from point A to point B. I'm very curious about that. Isn't it weird that the characters look stranger in each scenario? Are you referring to Shining Force? Because if that's the case, it's because the games were not... They were initially developed at the same time, but they were actually... there was advancements and development going on after the fact. So when Scenario 3 came out, they had the bulk of Scenario 2, but they still had some new stuff that were added to it. And then the same thing with Scenario 3. So it's like they were able to just basically add on. So each game kind of increased the graphical capabilities.
Aren't you a fun-looking one?
But it also got... The character designs got a little weird because you have considerably less human characters in Scenario 3. So you get things like, you know, a dragon man, a dragon, several dragons, a unicorn, and you get the same penguins that you've been getting in Scenarios 1 and 2. I love Death Note, the first part. Persona 4's protagonist is voiced by Johnny Youngbosch. Everyone loves Johnny Youngbosch. Killer isn't the main plot twist of P4. Problem is that after beating P4, I see little to what to discuss about it. The story is too straightforward. One of the quietest characters he's done. See, that's the thing. Johnny Youngbosch has... He's got a voice that everyone just knows as Johnny Youngbosch. So... At this point, I don't even think he tries to change it. It's just, I'm Johnny Youngbosch voicing. So... Like, I just... But I think the same could be said about a lot of voice actors. Like, you hear Nolan North, you know Nolan North. Vic Mignogna from Full Metal. Like, you know him. Crap, I'm blanking on her name and it pisses me off. She was Deedlit and Lena Inverse from Slayers and Lotus War. And
The power of Christ compels you.
I think her name's Lisa. I don't remember. But she's definitely, like, you hear her, you recognize that's who it is. I think P3 is an excellent game, just prefer P4, because it's not so damn depressing. There's an American version of Death Note out next year. Yeah, H. John Benjamin. Like, he doesn't even try to change his voice. And he was watching an episode of Family Guy where he's making fun of himself, because he plays Carl on Family Guy, and he's doing an open mic night, and he's like, hey, you want to hear an impression of that guy from Archer? And he's basically just not, he's just talking. He's like, hey, it's that guy from Archer. You hear that guy from Bob's Burgers? Hey, it's that guy from Bob's Burgers. So, it's very, very entertaining that it's...
This 12-year-old girl is seriously talking down to the grandpa here.
Oh yeah, this guy is a Fright Night reference. I'm unfamiliar with Fright Night. Do not know it. I just watched the screen and Priest is assaulting a little girl. I love the Archer one where he is... Yes, the Archer episode where he's at Bob's Burgers and he's got the mustache and he's pretending to be Bob and he's... But however, seeing like normal looking versions of the Bob's Burgers cast actually made me feel a little uncomfortable because it was just like, this is not what you're supposed to look like. Stop it. Stop it. Don't mind me, I've just got a giant cross on my back.
Alright, later, old man.
Charlie and Vincent are the first names, the two main characters in Friday Night. Okay. Good to know. And Curtis comes in screaming Switch hype. Yeah, basically it's Switch. The Nintendo Switch. I hate the name Switch, though. Oh my god, I hate it. It's just... keep thinking of the BDSM community, and that's all I can focus on, and it's just like,
The fuck are you?
the fuck is this? The fuck is that? Welcome, Curtis. It's yeah, it is what it is. Ah. Hey, there's a note on the floor. Hey, there's a giant suit of armor with a sword behind you. I'm banking it's going to attack you. Nintendo seems to not do very well with naming their consoles. See, part of me agrees with that. Part of me goes, the fact that they're naming it the Switch, and because they're going with a theme for it. It's like you can switch up the controllers, you can switch up the play styles. That's the theme where they're going. With the original Wii, it was we would like to play. Like, that was their marketing campaign. Like, the two Asian guys that would walk up with the Wiimote, it's like, we would like to play. Like, that was their marketing shtick. So I know what they're going to do with the Switch, but again, I know too many people in the kink community, so I hear Switch and I think kink, which rhymes and is awkward to say when you're rhyming about that. But the fact that they're not going with the Wii lineup anymore is probably the best thing they could have done. Because if they had gone with the Wii 2 or something, people were just, they're going to lose their shit. So, why this game got a lot of bash, I don't see it as so bad. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but we were talking about it. It's like, there are some things like the jumping mechanics are really not polished. I don't know if they're any better in the sequel, I guess. But it's a lot of good ideas, but it's got some really rough edges that I think is what people blow out of proportion. So, the Nintendo Optimus Prime.
Man, 2,000 gold for a roast beef.
Yeah, some of the platforming is kind of bull. That's where... This is the one with the werewolf on the front cover. No. This is the guy with the furry lining to a vest with a whip. So... Yeah, I think going with the Nintendo Switch, just having a completely new name is probably a good idea. But I just know there's a lot of people who like naughty things, who they're just sitting there giggling at it. But I mean, it's also probably the same people who giggled at the Nintendo Wii, thinking it means pee. Ben says, "Be careful not to spend too much money with this guy." So.
Oh, yeah, about that.
Does he turn into a villain based off how much money you spend? And
I don't know. I've never seen the guy before. Because my only experience with this game prior to tonight has been speedruns.
Oh, well then.
And speedruns skip this guy entirely. And they also skip, several other things. But, like, from what I had seen, money wasn't needed for the rest of the game, so I wasn't particularly concerned about it. I don't know. I mean, there'll be other money. Oh, hi.
Oh, you're creepy as sin. And thus the inspiration for Paper Mario.
Maybe? I think this came out before Paper Mario, so, like, it's not entirely implausible.
Yes, if you spend too much and it's a shitload, you get an extra boss fight with him.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
Hope the battery isn't too bad on the Switch when taking it out. See, that's another thing that is basically going to be one of the things that I'm holding off judgment. like Nintendo's actually pretty good with their handhelds. Like the battery for the DS is actually really impressive. Because how many times have we been like, pick up a PSP, battery's dead. Pick up a DS, it hasn't been touched in longer than the PSP, and it's still got like two bars of like that. It's really impressive with that. So I trust that it's going to be all right. It's not going to be like a ridiculous amount of time, but I think it's going to be enough to be able to warrant using it as a handheld. I gotta ask you, decide already, are you reading dialogues in your LP or not? That awkward when at some point you do. How so? I typically read most, at least with Shining Force, because I want to highlight the translation, but like there's
Oh god.
some dialogue I read in Grand Kingdom, but there's some that I don't, mostly because some of it's voice acted or not. So, like if I know it's not voice acted, I'll read it, but yeah, I listen to all of Marauder's videos at work, so more dialogue would be good. I can do better to read more. I try to read. I've been trying to read everything for the translation project because I really want to highlight the actual translation because they did just amazing work with it. Oh, the more I get into it, the more I see what's going on. It's just like it's fantastic, and apparently he ate the table. I missed that. I listened to the Shining Force CD. Is it 20? I mean, yeah, if there are timestamps, because there's a lot that I say, but I don't think there's that much that I don't say. It's not 20 to 30%. I mean, unless I'm finishing a thought or a conversation that had started before the dialogue started. But I mean, if it's really that much, I apologize. But if it's that much, I don't think I'm going to be able to change it because I've been under the impression that I've been saying enough of the dialogue because it's the translation. It's English. I want to say English. Shoot the bat for money. That sounds like hit the weak spot for massive damage. Like it's one of those things that just sounds like. I just wanted to stop by and say hello, express my hype, have fun, good luck. Alright, thank you, Curtis. Have fun. I mean, we'll be ending in a couple of minutes anyway. It's almost 9. So. I mean, I can only imagine how much more of this game could actually be played.
Yeah, there's still a lot of it.
There's still a lot of game left. Later, Curtis.
Especially since I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there's no other doors, so.
I have no idea where he's going. Did you take fall damage from that, or was that?
I don't think so.
Okay, I didn't. The stained glass night enemies remind me of a young Sherlock Holmes. Anybody remember? I don't remember young Sherlock Holmes. When I played the first Shining Force 3, I was always curious what Median was up to. I felt like Scenario 2 was more to pave the way for the last scenario, and Scenario 2's last battle wasn't epic. Scenario 2's last battle it's supposed to be more painful than epic, because you have to beat your friends. But because you know a lot of the story already, because like the major plot points you know from Scenario 1, the cross sections where Median and Symbiote interact, you see those from both sides, and you hear Median's dialogue about it, and so he's able to give some information. But by the time you reach the end of Scenario 1, you know that most everything that's happening is a farce. It's just you don't know how much of or how bad of a farce it is. you learn more of it in Scenario 2, and you learn just how far things are going to be to continue pressing onward into Scenario 3. But yeah, Scenario 2 really does have more of a lead into Scenario 3 because it does mention the Vandals. That's the first time you see it. You see Galm, and I feel like there's more fights with the High Priests in Scenario 2. Not necessarily fights that you interact with them, but like the fight at Elbison Temple where the Rainbloods come in and things like that. Because I really feel like in Scenario 1, you see them, you see the High Priests, but I feel like you fight them more in Scenario 2. And it's probably not accurate, but... has Pocky fallen asleep again? Maybe! She did warn us that was going to happen. So, I don't know. It's entirely possible that she has passed out. I'm the creepy Rose Keeper in Dracula's castle. While Dracula exists, children live in terror. Really? We're painting the roses red. Look at that expressive face. I mean, look at it. The sad thing is, I remember when that shit was top-of-the-line graphics. Oh. Oh, man. It has been a while.
A previous adventure.
Spooky blood to water the roses.
Alright, bye, creepy lady.
Bye, ghost. I mean, what better way to water your rose bushes than with the blood of your enemies? It's full of iron, and, you know... Which, how bad would that smell? Really bad. Stale blood does not smell good. Especially in that quantity. That would just be kind of... N64 has some muddy graphics. Yeah, the textures on the N64 were never the best. I was actually reading an article about the technical specs of the N64 and how one of the things that it lacked compared to other consoles at the time was its textures. It had to use some really low-end textures because of the limitations of cartridges. So, like, it's amazing that the N64 had such, you know, a diverse library of full 3D games like this and Mario 64 and things, but then it's like you've got the full 3D game, but you don't have, you know, high-quality textures, whereas the PlayStation was going for things like Resident Evil that had fixed-room camera angles. So it's like it had 3D, but from a set perspective, and then...
That's some English.
A vase of beautiful... What? Hey, Marauder, what will be next after Shining Force 3? I tweeted about it the other day. I've been testing and playing around with Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. And I can say I truly hate the Dorter Trade City. I still hate that fight. Because no matter what, that fight just feels like I'm eating a bag of dicks. Been watching an LP of Doom 2016. The new Doom actually is a lot of fun for multiplayer. Sadly, it came out at a time when like several other multiplayer games came out. It's like I had to pick and choose, so I picked Overwatch instead of Doom. So I didn't go with Doom. But Luth had I believe Luth had the beta when it was out and tested. I know someone I know had it and said it was really good. Just don't remember what it is. The Shining Force 3 disc with all about... Yeah, I am gonna do the premium disc, but that'll be the end of Shining Force 3. But after Shining Force 3, I'll probably do Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know, unless there's a game that people request more so. Because I've gotten a couple of requests to get into the Disgaea series. I don't know if I have the strength for that. I've had a couple of requests for Valkyria Chronicles 2 since I did Valkyria Chronicles 1, and now that I've got, you know, working PSP recording, but that also leads into War of the Lions. So, and then there was another game that that I've been looking at. Like, I just kind of want to play it. So if I play it, I'll probably end up recording it anyway. Would be 3D Dot Game Heroes, because it's Zelda that's not Zelda. So Sonic 06, Grisha. Hey, I did a live stream of Sonic 06, and half of you wanted me to stop in the middle of it and turn it to a good game. So I don't want to hear anymore about Sonic 06. I did that, and all it did was cause people's eyes to bleed. Have I done Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together? I haven't. I haven't beaten it. I played very little of it. Because it was... There were parts of it that just seemed really complicated, and parts of it that seemed really simple, that I was having a hard time wrapping my head around. Because I know it's kind of the precursor to Final Fantasy Tactics. So it's got, you know, a lot of mechanics I'm used to, but then a lot of mechanics that they didn't use in Tactics that stick with the Tactics Ogre, or the Ogre Battle franchise. So it's a lot of... Yeah. I think you need to get the archives key from Charlie.
Yeah, he wasn't in his room, though.
Yes, I wasn't around, never happened. There is a recording. There is the archive the archive live stream of Sonic 06 exists on the channel. It's there in my live stream playlist. It's there. Barbara's saying we just like to mess with you. Yeah, I know you like to mess with me, and that's...
Oh, now he's there.
That's why
Yo, give me the key.
It's endearing. I think Tactics Ogre is better than Tactics. I think Tactics Ogre has some good strengths over Final Fantasy Tactics, but I really think there's a lot more polish in Final Fantasy Tactics. But there's also not a lot of... There's a lot of mechanics that aren't widely publicized. Like, I didn't know until I started looking at the Dorter Trade City fight, and a lot of people say, if you're going to use magic, go for Bolt, because it's raining, and so therefore Thunder Spells get a bonus in the rain. And I was watching a couple of Let's Plays of it, and I'm like, I did not notice that, and you can see a slight difference. It was just, without knowing that was a mechanic, I just always attributed it to maybe it's a difference between their Brave stat or their Zodiac symbol, the Zodiac Affinity, because that's another thing that I truly hate. It's like the Zodiac Affinity, it's all these... There's, 12. Have fun trying to remember who's what, because it's just... There's so many mechanics in Tactics. But I think that a lot of the mechanics that are used in Tactics are a little more refined than some of the ones from Tactics Ogre. Because Tactics Ogre always... What I played of the original, not Let Us Cling Together, and I don't know if this is fixed in Let Us Cling Together, it felt a little more grindy to me. So, what about Fire Emblem? I have so many of the Fire Emblems that I have not finished that I could do. I could do the Radiance games, the Path of Radiance and Dawn of Radiance. I've got both of those. I've got the Game Boy games that I could do. The very first Fire Emblem game I played was the first Fire Emblem game that came out here, the one with Lynn and Eliwood and Hector. I think it was just called Fire Emblem here. I don't remember if it had a subtitle or not. So, like, I could do that one, but it's been forever since I've played that one. And then I'm looking into DS emulation as well, because I don't want to have to futz around with getting a DS or 3DS capture card. So, I could do that, and we're looking into 3DS streaming as well, so... Final Fantasy Tactics had too much game breakers in it. Sid. Yeah, I mean, there are some really strong characters, like Orlando, like, just hands down a broken character. But it's like, I never felt them to be really, really overpowered unless you grind. But I just always kind of attributed it to, it's like, if you're grinding, any character's going to feel kind of overpowered. I would play the FAU games, but they're so long. They are. That's another thing. The Fire Emblem games are long. Cloud is in War of the Lions. He's also in the original. So, Fire Emblem has permanent death. Yes, it does. In the newer games, I think you can turn it off, but at the expense of something else. But in anything up to the 3DS game, it has permadeath, which isn't so bad. It's just if you start recording, like if I started recording, I got halfway through a chapter and I lost someone that I wanted to keep. Like, that would screw me up because it's like I'd either have to continue on without a character or I'd have to restart the chapter and just go on.
Help me!
Malice. That's a neon sign. Do you see either a villain or an apple? He's a bad apple. But come on, that was good.
They do not stay dead. That's fun. Stop biting me. Why can't I move? I can't. There we go.
You have to break them off you. Is that Frankenstein?
Yeah, it is.
He's got a chainsaw!
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know the way to go. That's probably bad.
And Kirby's here saying time to switch on the Nintendo. Basically. Switch it on. Or switch it off. You know, whatever works for you.
Also wrong. Unless that door can be opened. I don't know.
But you're also being chased by Ash from Evil Dead. So. It's a Kirby indeed. Whack them on the nose. Bad doggies. Well, at least these doggies only have one head. The other ones have two.
Yeah, but they also don't stay down.
They also don't. They are continuously coming after you. And you are wrecked. Oh my god! The amount of damage that he just did to you.
I mean, he does have a chainsaw.
No, if you turn off permanent, nothing changes except when you beat the game, it will unlock it. Oh, well, Frank and Ash. Frankenstein is trimming the bushes. And Neil's here! Groovy! See, I know it's groovy from Ash, but I just can't not hear Earthworm Jim. You guys getting a PlayStation VR? No, probably not.
Okay, I guess I have to go through a door? That's gonna be fun.
Like, I don't think I'm gonna do the PSVR. I'm gonna wait to see if if virtual reality gaming becomes more of an actual thing rather than just, you know, a fad that people are trying to jump on. Like, if they continue with it in the way things have been going, then I'm going to be really impressed. But there's a part of me that's sitting here going, this might turn out to be like motion controls and just fizzle out. So.
Not that I know.
First skeletons on bikes playing a children's card game. Now this. Aaron's getting a PSVR. This guy was supposed to be the 4th playable character for LOD, but you need to find the apple. Should play some horror games this month. Well, see, I'm playing a lot of the I'm playing a lot of the spoopy games because I don't do jump scare games. Like, it's just not really my. Well, I thought he was dead, and now he's not. It doesn't matter. We should probably end. It's after 9, but I think at this point you're just like, I will get.
I honestly don't even know where I'm going. Did Pin say something about an apple?
Pin said you need to find an apple.
Door. Okay.
And there is a
found the door.
key on the platform. So. But I will be playing. I'll probably play another Halloween-themed game before the end of the month, because I think we have one. I'm pretty sure we have at least one more.
Yeah, there's one more Thursday.
Yeah, one more. So we'll play one more Halloween-related, like, ghosty type game. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll play it. My first VR horror game is Until Dawn. It isn't I couldn't do the VR horror. Like, that's now. And Grisha's out, so alright. Clock Tower. I thought about doing like Silent Hill or something, but I was thinking like, I'm not going to be able to get far enough into the game to make it entertaining. I thought the same thing about this, but
we found Frank and Chainsaw Man. So.
But we've reached Frank and Chainsaw. Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. We were talking about that one Tuesday during that stream, but I can't find a copy locally. Like, there's not a copy nearby. Like, I've checked a couple of places. So
I'm dead.
yep, you are dead. Monster Party on NES. I thought about Friday the 13th on the NES, but then I remembered. I'd like to not be crazy and not look into the abyss, and because like Jesus, that game is just so terrible. Resident Evil on the PlayStation. I don't have Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation. I could get the Saturn version, but I do not have a copy of the.
You have Resident Evil 2?
Do I have Resident Evil 2?
You have Code Veronica for Dreamcast.
Yeah, I know I got Code Veronica. I didn't think I had 1 or 2. I don't think I have any of those. So pirate it. See, that's the thing. It's like I could pirate it, but I wouldn't be able to.
I guess just on the 64 then.
Like, I wouldn't be able to play it on. I mean, I could play Resident Evil on the 64. We could do that. Sonic 06 sounds like a good horror game. It was. It was a good one to start with. Yes, Resident Evil on Saturn. I might do Resident Evil on Saturn. I can quad polygons. All those quadrilaterals just turn me on so much. So yeah, we'll do something else. Now that we've got that, now that I've just said,
I mean, we could just do this again.
we could just do this. We could do the second one. It's the same. It's the same game. We'll figure something out, because I was thinking about possibly doing Splatterhouse tonight, but then we found this and we're like, oh dude, we have to do this. You can download the first Resident Evil 1 off the PS3. I could, depending on how much it costs. That's the thing. A lot of digital games are priced higher than I would want to spend money on, because I know I could probably find a physical copy for around the same price, if not cheaper sometimes. So, what about Resident Evil on PS4? Typing of the Dead. See, we were talking about playing House of the Dead, because I have House of the Dead 2 as well. But I'm playing on all of my consoles are hooked up to a FrameMeister going to an LCD TV, so it's like the light guns don't work on it. So we'd be using controllers, and I did a Let's Play of Virtua Cop using the controller. And I remember people saying it's just not the same if you're not using a light gun. And it's not. Batman 9502 did that for Halloween one year. It's pretty awesome. It's like I guess we could do Typing of the Dead. I could track down a Dreamcast keyboard.
Yeah, I mean the alternative would be getting Overkill for the for Steam.
Yeah. I know, we will figure something out that we haven't already played before, so we will. $5.99 for PS1 Classics. That's not too bad. I was thinking that it was priced a little higher than that. So, I might do that. I don't know. We will figure something out, and we will play something spoopy next Thursday as well. So, yeah, thank you all for hanging out and watching us play this game and watching me fail at it, and watching Culex fail less, because you only jumped to your death, what, once? I think one. I think you missed
once.
one. And I fell to my death twice. One of which, getting wrecked on spike things. What about D and Enemy Zero? I have D. I don't have Enemy Zero, though. But I think I don't think D would do well for a live stream. I don't think there's enough there for it. I think it'd be a little slow. Maybe a little boring. I don't know. Either way, like I said, we'll play it. So, until then, I'm doing Shining Force 2. Culex still hasn't done anything because we haven't gotten off our ass and recorded any more Pokemon or finish up Chrono Cross because reasons.
Between your schedule and my schedule.
It's been fun. And I'm still finishing up Grand Kingdom. I should be done with that in the near future. And then I'll be starting on something new. So, yeah, that'll be fun. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter, because that's where it's the easiest way to get in touch with me, or message me, or, comment, or have me post random thoughts that make you think I'm stoned. And then I've got the Patreon set up, so, those of you looking to help support the channel in any way, shape, or form, You can help support it, or you can just spread the link around and do that. So, yeah. In the meantime, I will see you all next week. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And Axis, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
He really doesn't.
He really doesn't. Is he going to anyway?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's going to. Bye, Axis.
Say bye, Axis.